A Saudi national had help. Amid new reports, he watched mass shooting videos in the days before the attack. Authorities now calling it a terror investigation. And the big question, how was a foreign national able to purchase a gun legally in this country? Also developing tonight, the winter whiplash, the powerful storm marching east across the country. Streets flooded in the west, heavy snow in the Rockies, the messy morning commute for millions, and right behind it, an Arctic blast. Ambushed and executed, a gunman opening fire on a police officer sitting in his squad car in the parking lot of a police station. Other officers rushing to take down the shooter. Tonight, what authorities are saying about the suspect. The case against the president, Democrats set to move forward, highlighting the evidence they say proves the president abused his office. Right now, the White House refusing to cooperate. Could a vote on impeachment happen as early as this week? Sesame Street legend celebrating the puppeteer who helped bring Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch to life, entertaining generations of Americans. And Christmas Connection, the family separated by sacrifice this holiday season, and the story behind one special Christmas card that brought them together.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Llamas. And we begin tonight with the new details in the deadly shooting at the Pensacola Naval Base, with authorities investigating it as a possible act of terror and mounting questions about the gunman. The FBI tonight trying to determine whether 21-year-old Saudi national Mohammed Al-Shamrani acted alone when he opened fire inside a military building at the base where he was training. Authorities combing through his electronic footprint, probing reports he watched mass shooting videos with friends in the days leading up to the attack to, quote, pump himself up. At the same time, the three victims, you see them here, killed in the attack, have now been identified with the gunman's Saudi classmates being held on the base, reportedly cooperating. Security at America's military bases is on high alert tonight, and we're learning more about how the suspect got his gun. ABC's Stephanie Ramos leads us off from Pensacola.
Tonight, the deadly attack at the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, now a terror investigation. Hundreds of federal agents working around the clock to determine if gunman Mohammed Al-Shamrani had help in carrying out his shooting spree.
Our main goal right now is to confirm whether he acted alone or was he a part of a larger network.
Authorities say the gunman's Saudi classmates are being kept on the base and cooperating with questioning. Al-Shamrani, a member of the Saudi Air Force in Pensacola as part of a pilot training program. Military bases now on alert, but authorities emphasizing there's no known danger.
I know that the community is safe and there's not any sort of immediate direct threat of any additional terrorist acts at this time.
Officials tracing the gunman's footsteps, claiming he and several classmates made a recent sightseeing trip to New York City. Sources now telling ABC News they're investigating classmates' claims that Al-Shamrani watched videos of mass shootings in front of friends at his home just days before the carnage. They believe it served as a way of psyching himself up.
Members of the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force are working tirelessly to discern, if any, possible ideology that may have been a factor in this attack.
The FBI now pouring through surveillance images and cell phone video recorded by someone nearby directly after his deadly rampage.
The gun weapon was a .45 Glock 9mm that has been confirmed. He did purchase it legally and lawfully.
Tonight, a solemn procession mourning the loss of three sailors. 23-year-old Joshua Watson, who aspired to be a jet pilot. Samay Hytham, whose father called an exceptional kid. And 21-year-old Cameron Walters, a Navy aviation student. The two officers wounded after heroically confronting the gunman are recovering.
The deputies that you're talking about that went in there, they neutralized this evil, if you will, and were able to save countless lives.
All right, Stephanie Ramos joins us now from Pensacola. And Stephanie, we just heard there in your story that the gunman legally purchased his firearm. The Saudi national was not a citizen of the United States. So how did he obtain a firearm here?
Well, Tom, normally a non-U.S. citizen cannot legally obtain a gun. However, there is an exception under federal law that allows an official representative from a friendly foreign government to obtain one.
Tom.
Stephanie Ramos with that new reporting tonight. Stephanie, thank you for that. Next tonight, the winter whiplash as a major storm sweeps east across the country. Look at the flooding in downtown San Francisco. High winds and heavy rains already pummeling the west and dumping fresh snow across the Rockies. It's going to be a messy morning commute expected for millions with a shock of cold air behind it. Here's ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano.
Tonight, a massive storm system sweeping across the country after slamming much of the west with heavy rain and mountain snow. A winter wallop in Utah, snow stranding drivers near Salt Lake City. Torrential rains and wind crushing California. City streets inundated in San Francisco. Train stations swamped.
It's been cold all day, and then it just started pouring this afternoon.
Cars struggling to navigate the floodwaters. Strong winds blasting the Bay Area, knocking these massive trees onto a house in Oakland.
There is one wall still standing, and it is leaning heavily, so we'll want to make sure that doesn't slide down the hill.
The heavy rains causing dangerous rock slides, blocking roads in Big Sur.
All right, let's get right to Rob. And Rob, it looks like it's going to be a messy morning commute for so many as the work week begins.
Yeah, Tom, not just tomorrow for a lot of spots, really the next 3 days. It's a large system. Let's break it down for you. It's still hitting the west with rain and snow, and that's all moving towards the upper Midwest with winter storm warnings posted in that direction. Minnesota, parts of your state will see much in the way of snow accumulations, but the rain will coagulate to Chicago, Detroit, getting into Pittsburgh, New York during the day tomorrow morning, and then really continue to increase throughout the afternoon. On Tuesday morning, we'll look for that front to really define. We're looking at a 30-degree drop from Cincinnati to D.C., and that will be cold enough Wednesday morning to turn that rain to snow along I-95. So that could be a slick commute. And look at Chicago, 15 degrees for the temperature, wind chills well below zero for the coldest air of the season there. Tom?
All right, Rob, thanks for that. We now turn to the next phase in the impeachment showdown, with House Democrats set to present evidence as they lay their case against the president in a judiciary hearing tomorrow morning. Evidence they say shows a rock-solid case. ABC's David Wright is at the White House.
On the eve of historic impeachment hearings, Congress has been burning the midnight oil.
We have to act now. You can't wait for the next election, because he's trying to interfere with the next election.
The House Judiciary Committee is now charged with drafting specific grounds to remove President Trump.
The president leaves us no choice.
Describing impeachment as the Constitution's final answer to a president who mistakes himself for a monarch, they plan to present evidence Trump acted in a way that betrays our national security and corrupts our elections using a foreign power. They also say the Ukraine episode is part of a repeated pattern.
Nobody wants to, put the kitchen sink, as you called it, into these articles. We are very clear we need to be focused.
Democrats hope to vote on articles of impeachment as early as this coming week.
We have a very rock-solid case. I think the case we have, if presented to a jury, would be a guilty verdict in about 3 minutes flat.
The president's allies have been working out how they plan to push back.
I don't see a single Republican defecting. They've looked at the facts. They know where we are on this.
While House Republicans have accused the Democrats of moving too fast, Trump wants to fast forward to a Senate trial where his party sets the rules. His personal lawyer spent last week in Ukraine, to the discomfort of some Republicans. One Trump supporter likened it to a murder suspect returning to the crime scene to live stream themselves moon dancing, brazen on a galactic level.
I would never compare Mayor Giuliani to a murder suspect, but it is weird that he's over there.
But President Trump says he's fine with it.
He has not told me what he's found, but I think he wants to go before Congress and say, and also to the Attorney General and the Department of Justice, I hear he's found plenty.
Okay, David Wright joins us now live from the White House. And David, the president also today tweeting about a report expected to come out tomorrow from the Inspector General about 2016 and the Trump campaign.
That's right, Tom. As you know, the president has repeatedly called for investigating the investigators. Well, the Inspector General of the Department of Justice has done just that, looking into the FBI's decision to wiretap a Trump foreign policy advisor during the 2016 campaign. The Inspector General is an independent watchdog, so the White House is hedging its bets. They've commissioned a separate report overseen directly by the Attorney General. Tom?
David Wright for us tonight. David, thank you for that. And as the impeachment process moves quickly in Washington, several 2020 Democrats may have to abandon the campaign trail for a Senate impeachment trial. That won't include South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg, whose campaign is fending off new questions about transparency. ABC's Rachel Scott is in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
In this critical stretch of the primary, the Iowa caucus is less than 2 months away. An all-consuming impeachment trial could not come at a worse time for the 5 senators still in the race, now bracing to split their time between the Capitol and the trail.
I have a great husband, a great daughter. They'll be out there campaigning for me.
I'm going to do my job. And of course it's going to present challenges with the campaign, but that's my priority. But I trust Iowa.
Here in Iowa, Mayor Pete Buttigieg riding a wave of momentum, drawing large crowds during his weekend blitz. At his last stop, nearly 2,000 filing in.
First of all, we got to win. No question about that.
His rival zeroing in, saying Buttigieg is hiding behind closed-door fundraisers and shielding his work at McKinsey, a top consulting firm.
He should open up his fundraisers. He should release who is bundling for him. He should make clear who's on his finance team.
What do you say to voters who are concerned about the transparency of your campaign?
Well, I'd say that we are leading in many ways on this, including making sure that I've put out the tax records covering my entire time in the private sector.
But many undecided caucus goers we spoke to here have other worries, like jobs in their hometown, and say Democrats could have a hard time going head-to-head with President Trump on the economy.
I think the economy is doing well, although I think there are issues out there for small businesses.
There's a strong jobs report that came out last week.
I see it, but I don't see it around here.
All right, Rachel Scott joins us now live from Iowa. Rachel, you've been in Iowa all weekend tracking the candidates. This is the last weekend before the qualifying deadline for the next debate, now just days away.
Exactly, Tom, and it comes as the field narrows. This could be the smallest debate stage we've seen yet. We've already seen 3 candidates drop out of the race this week. 15 are still in, but only 6 so far have qualified for that next debate. Tom?
Rachel Scott from the campaign trail for us tonight. Rachel, thank you for that. And we'll have complete coverage of tomorrow's impeachment hearing streaming on ABC News Live starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern and on ABC starting at 9. We turn now to the murder of a police officer in Fayetteville, Arkansas, fatally shot while sitting in his cruiser in the police station parking lot. ABC's Zachary Quiche on what authorities are calling an execution.
Tonight, police in Arkansas are calling it an ambush and execution after an officer was shot and killed while sitting in his squad car.
Shots fired, shots fired.
The horrifying scene unfolding right in the station parking lot late Saturday night. Police say 27-year-old Fayetteville officer Stephen Carr was waiting for his partner when the killer opened fire.
He came into our parking lot, he approached the officer while he was sitting in his car, and he shot him in cold blood.
Other officers hearing the shots, then rushing out of the building and confronting the gunman, chasing him into an alley where he was shot and killed.
The suspect, he's down on the west side of the building.
Tonight, police identifying the killer as 35-year-old London Phillips and are now searching his home for clues. Authorities say back in December, they received a call about the same suspect impersonating an officer. The 2 officers that shot the suspect have been placed on paid leave, which the department says is standard procedure while they investigate. Now, police also say that there's no information to suggest that Officer Carr was targeted for any particular reason. Tom?
Zachary Quiche for us tonight. Zachary, thank you. And turning overseas now to Hong Kong and a massive and largely peaceful protest. Organizers say 800,000 people participated in a march that snaked through the city's business district 6 months after anti-government and anti-China demonstrations began. Authorities reporting 11 arrests in connection with today's protest. Just massive. Look at that. But there were few clashes reported. And celebrating the life of a TV legend, Caroll Spinney, the puppeteer behind 2 of Sesame Street's most beloved and iconic characters, Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, has died. Here's ABC's Trevor Ault on the joy he brought to generations.
8, 9. What's next? 10. Oh, of course.
He taught generations of children to count, to laugh, and to love. Puppeteer Caroll Spinney spent close to 50 years of sunny days on Sesame Street, bringing 2 of the show's most iconic characters to life.
Listen, it's fun to be a Grouch.
The crotchety but charming Oscar the Grouch, inspired by a New York City taxi driver.
You're not a bird. I'm a bird. Birds are big.
And his greatest joy, the kind-hearted yellow bird loved the world over.
I'm not particularly the household name, which is fine. Big Bird is.
Hired by Jim Henson in 1969, Spinney ultimately stepped away from the roles he'd held for more than half his life in 2018. His legendary career celebrated in the film I Am Big Bird. Spinney died Sunday at the age of 85.